Hi everyone, it's Jenny. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So I've come on to do my one sketch challenge, which is hosted by Lisa from Crafting Diva. There's a group of us that do upload a video once a month. So Lisa gives us a sketch, and then we have to interpret that sketch, and you can make whatever you like using that sketch. So this month's this month's sketch for May is this. I've drawn it out because I got it on an email, so I've drawn it out. You don't have to use these colours. This is just I've coloured them in just to give me an idea of what I need. So this is the sketch, and I've done it all sorts of ways. I've turned it all the way round because this is the way it was. I actually quite like that way, so that's the way I'm going to do it. Now I'll leave a link on this video to all the other ladies that are doing it, and also to Lisa. So I've gone ahead so that I don't make the video really long, because I like to make mine, you see me make it. I've got a 6x4 card in lilac, and I've got all my bits here. So I've cut another piece which is 5 3/4 by 3 3/4, just so that it gives me a slight border around the edge, which is that border that you can see. Now it was that way, so I've turned it that way, so I'm turning my card that way. So that's my piece for the bottom part. I've then gone ahead and cut, and I've got the same sort of paper, but this has got stripes in it, pink blocks, and I've used the same sort of paper pad. No surprise to some that it's pink. And then I've cut two pieces, which is the purple piece that you can see on my sketch, which is going to go, no, it wasn't that way, it was that way, so that I've got a tiny piece there, which is the blue, and a bigger piece there, which is the blue, and it goes all the way down to the bottom. So then for the red piece, I've got the same piece of paper because I wanted to keep the same theme, and that goes across there, and that leaves a little blue bit there, which is that, and then a little piece there, and then you've got a circle, the green circle. So what I did was I had this stamp set from Creative Stamping. I think it was this month's, this stamp. So I went ahead, I got a pink circle of paper, and then I just heat embossed with a lilac on top, but it didn't quite come out. But that's fine because that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go that way, I think. And thinking about it, I've got this gorgeous little flamingo which I wanted to go on, but I'm going to have to go back to that way because it's not going to go on otherwise. So disregard. I'm changing it as we go. And then that's going to sit on there, which I think, see, it looks a bit more in the middle. I wonder if I've got too much there with that piece there. We'll see. Anyway, I've got my bits ready. So let's go with the first piece and let's stick that down, and we'll go from there. So this will be my first. Yeah, so I'm going to have to go that way now, aren't I? Change my mind. That was because when I found that flamingo in my bit box, I thought, okay, I want to use that. So I should have used my tape pen for this. Really, I'll get that out for next piece. So I'm just going to put this on the card and have that little border. I've stuck that down quite well there, so let's just pop a little tiny piece under there. There. And if that comes out right, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use my tape pen because it's easier. So there. So that's my, in effect, that's my blue piece on my drawing. So I'm then going to go ahead and do my purple piece, which I think I might need to cut a tiny piece off. I think that's too big. Do think that's a little bit too big. So let me just get my trimmer and take a piece off the end about there. That makes it a little bit thinner for that piece there. So that should go about there, so that it's got the little blue piece at the top and the blue piece at the bottom. So yeah, I'm thinking that about there. I'm happy with that. So let's stick that down. Do that. I think this one's going to run out soon. Oh, yeah, it's coming to the end. Because it always does that for some reason. Once it comes to the end. It tends to run out. Let's just see if I can get a bit more out of it. Yeah, there is a bit more on there. Right. Okay, so I'm thinking, got a bit of gunk on that. I'm thinking about there. Right, so that's my purple piece. Now, is this piece going to be too wide now? I think it needs to be a bit thinner, doesn't it? So I did all my measurements thinking I was doing it the other way. So I'm just going to take a tiny piece off. There. And then we're going to be able to have that, try and line it up with a small bit of blue there and there. Yep. Okay. So let's see if we can get to the end of this roll. I think I've broken it. That's my fault. That's my fault. Yeah, there is still glue on there. Right, if I hold it like that. There we go. Don't know what I've done, but I've ruined it. But where there's a will, there's a way. I'm still going to use it. It's just coming off a bit different. There's some on there still. I wonder if I can get that across there. Like that. There we go. That's where the blue bits are coming from. They're off that. Right. Okay, so I'm going to try and put that piece there. And that piece down there. So that's those two pieces. So that's the purple and that's the red. And then we've got the green. So to get this in the right place, I need to come down a little bit, don't I? I wonder if I should have cut it a bit shorter, because it seems to be. I need to have that piece showing. Oh, she has got that bit showing at the bottom. So we've got that piece showing, that piece showing. And we're about there, which will be the purple piece showing and the red piece at the top showing. So yeah, we're going to go there with it. So on that line there. So let's just stick that down. See if I've got any left on here that I can use. So there is some. I can feel it. Waste not, want not. Any more for any more? Bit there. I think I've got it all off. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I really don't. Malfunction with the pen. These things happen, don't they? I just don't want to waste it. I have got a refill for it, which is fine. I don't think. Oh, it might be that way. Let's see. I don't think there's anything left, but I'm just checking. Oh, there is. I think that's the end. No, there is. There is some left. Okay, so, excuse me, sorry about this. It's just not working. Shall we give up on that and I'll sort it out later? I think we should, because otherwise... Right, let's change our minds. Anyway, I've just changed my mind because I'm going to raise it up. So let's get my scissors and let's raise this circle up. Let's just pop some of that on there. Getting in a right old tizzy today, aren't I? Right old fingers and thumbs, my dear. Take that release paper off and put that on there. Take that end off as well. And that should come off there. Right, there we go. Oh dear, dear, dear. Right, so we thought about there, didn't we? Because then we've got that piece showing there. We've got a tiny piece of purple. There we go. Let's just turn that over. There we go. It doesn't stand out because I've used exactly the same paper, but that was my thought. And then I thought, cover up my little mistake in the middle of the circle. I'm going to have this gorgeous little flamingo. And actually, I had some tiny little bits left there. So I'm thinking I could put those on my legs. There we go. Because I think it's the legs at the bottom that are going to stick over. And I need to raise them slightly because they need to be the same height. So let's get the release paper off. I'm all sticky from the tape pen that's broken. I shall fix that. Yep. Okay, and let's get some glue on this. We'll go revert back to the old glue. The ever faithful. Tiny bit on the legs there. There we go. Okay. Dear me, I don't know what I'm up to today. Dear, dear. Lack of sleep, I think it is. I've only had about 4 hours. Just couldn't sleep. Right, I'm thinking there. I should have put some on the other side of the beak, shouldn't I? The head. Didn't think of that, did I? No one warned me. Didn't hear anyone shouting. Jenny, you forgot the head. Now I'm going to cut that in half. Like so. And then I'm going to come under. And stick you down. Take that other little bit off there. Again. And put that on the beak. There we go. Just push that bit under. Don't want to see it. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and then I got a couple of little sentiments because I'm thinking I want that up there. I'm not going to raise that up. I'm just going to glue that down. If I can ever get anything working today. It's not my day, is it? You make me smile. And then I had this happiness, which I really like as well. Just get that under the foot. And no card should be without some bling, should it? So let's see what we've got in the way of bling bling. I know I've got some pink somewhere. Where have I put those? Where have I put those? I've got these little pink flowers, which actually will match the flower paper. Yeah, let's go for that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just get these, and they're sort of iridescent little flowers. One there, one there. Don't mind that the glue comes through because it will dry clear anyway. And one there. There we go. There we go. So that, clear all this out the way. Get that all out the way, Put the lid on my glue before I forget. And that is my one sketch challenge for May. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do hit the like button. Sorry about Daisy. And do please go and have a look at the other ladies that join in. I'll leave a list of them on this video. So hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching and take care everyone. See you soon. Bye bye.